Sound issues have been fixed. Let us see how it will go now. What will happen now once we stream? Hopefully now everything will be okay. We'll play a few games. We can analyze them later. If you want to play, you can challenge me on chess.com. We can analyze your games if you want. If you have any other suggestion, just type in the chat. So without further ado, let's go. You play on 10 minutes, so I can have enough time to commentate and play. I'm white, 93. Let's play slowly because I'm really out of shape and I forgot all the opening lines. So I just want to have a safe, simple position and then I will take it from there. Knight c6, okay. This is very passive on my side, but okay. I'm still not worse. We need to fight for the center. Okay, c4 is not good. We immediately attack this weakness. Nice. Okay, c4 again. Okay, we are better developed and we need to exploit it. d5 doesn't work yet. d4 doesn't work yet. Take. Okay, knight c3. I want to play d5 because I'm developed and better developed. And when you have a development advantage, you need to make some quick plan, some quick action. You need to exploit it immediately because it will vanish quickly. So we are going for d5 before black fully develops. Okay. Okay. Bishop g4. Okay. I'll chase you away. I'm not going to allow you to have pressure. Bishop f3. We have bishop pair now, so endgame should be pleasant for us, but it's not that simple because he has these two pawns which are much stronger in the endgame than these central ones. So we prefer to stay in the middle game for now. Okay, bishop e3. Rook c1. This is a good bishop. So I need to break the blockade as soon as possible because we want these pawns to roll. Bishop g2. f4 is next. We need to make the moves. We need to attack. We need to create some action. Okay, bishop c3. Knight e2. Knight c1. And I will play knight d3. Knight d3 takes. Why am I not able to pre-move? It must have been disabled. Okay, this is dangerous. It's time to start rolling the pawns because black doesn't wait, which is correct. But now we need to start the pawn rolling before it's too late. e5. Already it's unpleasant for him. Okay, he has knight g3, but we don't want to allow it. Bishop d4. And d6 might be next, because this rook hangs. Rook d8. Where is this knight going? What am I missing? d6. Here I missed. Okay. Ah, well, no. This is just piece. Rook d1. I think we're stable now. And next is queen f3, for example. Queen b4. But we can use tactics to unpin. Just first let us stop any backrank checks. Pins. Because these pawns, although strong, they are still slow. They move one square at a time forward, and we just need to unpin. There are plenty of ways for us to do that. a4. f3. Here knight hangs, and if he takes, we have okay, bishop c3. We hit the queen, and we hit the rook with our rook on d1. And now we can exchange and play queen e8. Simply, and now it's elementary queen. Bishop c6 is next, collecting all the pawns. To blunder the pawn, a knight. And now he needs to play something. Bishop d5, simple restriction of the pawns, and now we just, yes. Now let me just see. Coordinates. Okay, we'll handle it later. Let's give him a rematch if he wants so badly. No rematch, okay, fine. Play. Okay, enable pre-moves. Yes, they were disabled. Always promote to queen, confirm design. No, multiple games, no auto switch game. No. Don't analyze automatically. What do you? Okay. Your 10 minutes. Are we playing or not? Finally. Let's try out the Scandinavian. Simple opening. Incorrect, but it's simple. Knight c6. Okay, this is some sort of French-like structure where we shall exchange this bad bishop. And f4 also is not very good in these positions. It brings little to the table for black. He also doesn't have d4. So white doesn't have usual space advantage like he has in the French advance variation, and our bad bishop is now well placed. Okay, take. Bishop e7, we have a fantastic position. We just need to not ruin it. Our d4 square here is very strong and a great outpost for the knight. He likes our counterplay. Yeah. Okay, let us castle. Just play simple. Okay, I like rook b8 with the pawn storm on the queen side. So let's try to play that like that. Okay, knight d4. This shouldn't be so bad. Okay, I want to exchange knights. His knight is very good in this position. So we'll just take b5. c3. Okay, so he doesn't want to allow me to advance any further. Let's see, is d4 a move? d4. I like f6. It's a thematic move in these positions. And I would really like to keep my options okay. Knight g3 will take the light square bishop. Take. What else can we do? Taking on e5 shouldn't bring much. Let's play f5. Let's try to close the king side. If he takes with the pawn, he doesn't take with the pawn. So we can block the king side any way we want. And now we can continue our expansion on the queen side. No, you don't have anything. Queen b6. Okay. c4 or b4. I like b4. I like b4, and now we can open up the d file. Okay. This should be good for us. This attack doesn't work. I'll just block the file. So he's just wasting time, and his pieces are not well coordinated. They have no purpose but to try and attack the king, but I can block the position anytime I want. This bishop is bad, we need to improve him, after which we'll have practically winning position. Bishop e3, okay, queen c6. Let's try to put the queen on the long diagonal. Right now he's holding because he has a lot of pieces. We need to break, and he just allowed us to break through into his camp. Rook d1, and the question is, what will he play now? He's slightly restricted. h5. Just doesn't care about anything. Okay, we moved another rook into his camp, and we just need to somehow improve this bishop. This is the only bad piece that we have. What to do? Rook d1. What do I have here as an option? Not much. If I take, he can take with the queen. But what happens if I play rook takes e3? Then I have a piece, don't I? Rook takes e3. No, I don't. He has queen d1. Intermediate move. And if I take on f1, he may not recapture with the queen because bishop hangs, but he can play rook d3. So again, it's good for him. No, we'll just reinforce the rook. Now he has queen f3. Now he has queen f3. Now 3. Not so simple. Okay, queen c6. We need to exchange queens somehow because his queen is too strong. And this bishop is horrible. g6. Okay, now this bishop has a route to white's camp, but we need to figure out how to make this work. Now I cannot do anything. Okay. Somehow I have misplayed this. Somehow I have misplayed all this. It's not standing that badly either. At all. Okay. Bishop h4. So he will try to double. Okay, queen e4. We need to make something happen. We need to restrict him somehow because if I let him do what he wants, he will contest the d file and then he might even be better. Okay, take with the check. His king should be naked, and I should be the first one to checkmate. So this pawn should be defended indirectly. Although my king is very, very weak. So it will be about precise moves during in attack. The one who attacks better should win, but I think black wins if he takes on c5. I think I simply win after recapturing. Okay, so now he wishes to exchange. Okay, queen h4 doesn't work for me. Bishop h4 doesn't work for me. What else do I have? Yeah, I have better time. Let's think a little. Three, queen e3. No, bishop h4. But then he takes and threatens checkmate. If he takes, again, there is little to boast about. Okay, queen c6. His queen holds everything together. We'll just move the rook. And I'll try to hold the line here as much as I can. But he has rook d1. Simply rook d1 and he should be fine. Yeah. Alright. What else do you want? I got nothing else. Nothing better. Okay, I'll exchange. King f8. I'll try to move the king towards these weak pawns, hoping to penetrate. Queen d3. Okay, queen d7. Let's try. He doesn't have any move that brings him to this diagonal. But he might try. Okay, what should I play? Queen c6. He might exchange queens. He might try. No chance. On the other hand, maybe a5 can work. Bishop f2. Okay. Let's move the king. This should be a favorable regrouping for us. Again, queen d7. Should keep the queens. We should keep the queens. There is no reason for him to exchange. It seems that he disconnected. Here he is back. We play a4. What happens then? Okay, he might play queen f3 here. But this d-file is no longer that important because my king controls the d7 square. So I will play queen e4 because all of these squares are under control. So there is really no need for me to worry about the d-file. If I play bishop h4, what do I get? King d1. Okay, check. Not much. There is nothing for me to gain with this move. But I'll try. Let us ask some questions. Because he might play king e2. He might play king e2, which is what I want. And after queen g2, we can take the queen. She is too strong. Simply try to outplay him. Bishop e7 and now a4. But I have nothing. Actually, I have nothing again. Yeah, it's just a draw. Because a4 doesn't work, he'll take and have king b3. So I'll offer him a draw. Okay, if you don't want to draw, then it's fine. King b7. Just have to make the move. What do you want to play? Neither of us has anything. Okay, try to penetrate you. I have better time. Okay. And now you will do what? Exactly what? How do you penetrate? Okay. Yeah, I accept the draw. Yeah, it's a draw. Play new game. Again, we play safely. Let's try. Double fianchetto because I don't know what to play here. I forgot all the theory. So we'll just play simple chess. Knight e4, I just play c3. I can even play d4. Let's play a little bit more enterprising. There is no need to play that much passively. Let's try. He did play twice with the piece in the opening, and this move didn't bring anything special. It's not a bad move, but it's not some great move. Okay, knight bd2. We are better developed. Again, like in one of our previous games, we need to make some action. We need to exploit this advantage somehow. So he most likely will go knight h5. We play knight h4, chasing the bishop. Now he needs to knight e2. Then I take on f5. He takes on f1. I take on g7. And he takes on h2, and I have nothing. Okay, queen d2. Bishop needs to move somewhere. And bishop e4, I'm really tempted to play f3 and then e4. Okay, let's play c4. e6. e4 should be just fine for me. With some slight space advantage. And I can have place to drop. He really likes space. Okay, this move I'm not so certain about it, but I will play f4 to restrict, to stop e5 push. To stop e5 push, and then I will clamp on the queen side with c5. because I do have e4 to open up the game, and I will be able to open up the game on the queen side as well. And I can also push these pawns on the king side. I have more space, I'm better developed, so it makes sense to me at very least to grab some space and okay, a6, knight f3. I have time. This knight is horrible. This bishop is passive. It's behind a wall of pawns. Okay, and this bishop is restricted. So we can go for to try mating attack. He doesn't have any pieces in defending. Or what happens if I play bishop a3? Nothing. But let's go knight e5. Let's go knight e5. Okay. I'm not gonna exchange. When you have more space, you want to keep pieces on the board because black is cramped. He cannot reposition that easily. He's cramped. Okay. Now this one is loose, so we need to play e3 next. He's gonna try c5 at some point. What do we want to play? Queen c7, e3. I'm not gonna carry. I think this is good enough for me. I have time to improve my position slightly before I move into decisive action. Okay, he wants to b5. Let's prevent it. b5. You can give him the d5 square, but why should I? Let me see now. Let's play c5. He cannot exploit d5 square yet. Oh, he does have knight f6, d5. But I might give the bishop for that knight. Knight f6, and knight b4, putting pressure on this square. And now we need to see what to do with this bishop. Okay, he doesn't have many options. If I take with the bishop, what would my plan be? This one is still closed, this dark square bishop. So if I take, this one gets open on the open file and becomes weak. Why do I need that in my life? No, I will play e4. I will play e4. Everything is protected. That was the only active piece. Okay, he relieved his position slightly, but he doesn't have any good moves yet. e5. Let's close this bishop. They are both closed. He shouldn't have any other move. Nope, bishop c3. He will try to play rook a5, forcing an exchange. Okay. Takes. There is little I can do. Queen a5, and now we need to penetrate with the king. Okay, what happens if I play this? Okay, his bishop is out of play. H4, okay. King d3, we are walking towards uh, here, here, here. Okay, actually, I'm not gonna do anything. He will take it, thus creating me a strong passed pawn. Okay, now he threatens to improve his bishop. I cannot allow it. Okay, where do you go now? He has bishop b7. E3. It's time to open up the game. Let's see. I have more space. G4. He might play H4. He might play H4, but he cannot attack the H3 pawn. No. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. But I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm still fine because I'll have bishop b4 and I'll take the pawn on g6. But he will have counterplay now. He has counterplay and it's no more than a draw. Made a mistake. G5. It's time for a neat trick. Bishop f3. I think he is well aware of it. Okay, does bishop h5 work? He takes g6. Actually, yeah, he's in the square. He's in the square. Very well. Bishop d1. He'll have bishop c8. But I have Zugzwang. I can. Okay, after bishop b3, he needs to make a move. He needs to make a move, so if he moves the king, then my king penetrates. He didn't do that. Okay, just king b7. He's not on time. Let's see this. Bishop d1, king c7. Bishop h5 takes g6, d7, g7. And he's one square short. Aha. So on this move, takes g6, e8, g7. He will have bishop f7 and he just catches on time. He's in time to get. Okay. And again, how do we penetrate his position? There is nothing I can do. Okay. I don't see the move. Bishop h5 didn't work. Okay, let's go for a draw. We'll see in the analysis what if there was anything for me. I misplayed it badly. Okay. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, d4. Let's play more actively. c2. Nice. King b3. King d7. He really wants to attack. Very well. Very well. But you can't attack. You can't play bishop a3 because you hang here. Just taking at the pawn. And this queen now is badly placed. And this is also a horrible move because this knight is dead. Let's see what can we play to exploit this. Okay, let's play c5. And now knight a4, knight b6 should be good for white, in my opinion. Now this knight, this is a superfluous piece, as I think Grandmaster Jonathan Nunn called it. It's pretty, and it's not standing badly on e4, but it makes no impact on the position. Not yet. And these are just horrible, horribly cramped. Knight b6, now this rook will stand horribly. He will try to exchange my knight, but let me play bishop f4. What is this? But you cannot do this, my friend. You're blundering a pawn. Knight e5, and what am I? Aha, he can take. If the bishop take, but then, oh, nice tactics. Nice tactics. His tactics. Okay. But me too. Okay. Now let's see. He has a pawn. Knight g6. Knight b3. I take on c7. He takes on a8. I take on f8. And I have taken. Okay. Knight g6. Who can play the game? Okay. I take the queen. You take the rook. Take the queen. You take the rook. Okay. A takes on b3, and he has a pawn. Okay, he stands way, way better. He's better. Draw to d6, draw to d7. I'm a pawn up. Okay, I'll take it. This was not a good move. He should have taken the bishop. Okay, e3. Now, this rook is slightly out of play, but I have weak pawns. And after, how do I need to play bishop b6 to paralyze his queen side. This bishop has little scope, but he will play bishop f8. Okay. I would like to exchange it, if possible. Before. Okay, nice, nice. Rook f8. Need to open up the game somehow. And I have to do it somehow, and I think f3 is the best move. g5 deserves attention to. Oh, no, no, my friend. I'm not gonna allow it. Is there anything he can do? No. So I need to open up the game somehow. I do have more space, and he might have. Okay, it's time to exchange this bishop. Time to exchange the bishop, and let me see, he has no way to exploit the pin. Rook a3. f3. This one is protected, and we need to break in the center of the board. We need to open up the game. Okay. And then he has g4. No, I'll take it. I'll take it, and I will take the file. I will take the file, and now we just want to exchange rooks. It's a one and a bishop endgame. Take. This is fantastic for me. If we somehow exchange rooks, it's brilliant, because our king will use these, and he blundered. It's a lack of technique. Okay, so everything is all right. King e2. We are going to walk into his camp and attack this weak pawn. King. He needs to play. Okay, f5. Okay, king b3. He might play b5 now. Prevent my king from penetrating. He doesn't want to do this. Okay, I'm going in. I have to go in. He has b6. Okay. What about bishop f1? Attacking the weakness on a6. This bishop is also slightly restricted. So now he needs to play b5. Okay, now we go the other way around into his camp, and we might try. Okay, this is not important to us. Okay. No, my friend. g4. We need to open up the position, and now all these pawns are targets. This bishop is out of play, and king is too slow to help. So now we just need to collect a couple of them and be done with it. will improve the king, because this one is not so important. My pawns are doubled, I cannot exploit that extra pawn there. But now, with the king penetrating, he needs to play, he had to play king on e7, not on c7. Again, we just improve the king. King's position must be improved. Okay, we have a passed pawn, so it's time to push f5. He'll give up the bishop for him. Okay, king b6. And even if he takes, there is nothing for him to go for. Okay, this bishop is pinned. For this, he's okay. You just collect the pawns and steamroll him with the passed pawns, nothing special. See. Okay. When we want to play the London, okay. Play London. I cannot ban people to play the London. Queen d6. This should give black good game. Okay. Bishop d7. The point with the London system is to checkmate. He exchanges queens. However, he checkmate. Okay. But I will go for c4. He doesn't want to play that move. How do I make this work? You might play take with the pawn. Ah, there you go. Take. Okay, takes with the bishop. Which is fine. Okay, time to castle. And okay, you have your promising attack. Okay, fine. In the end, they're going for the pawn stone. But not yet. Okay, 98. Bishop d6. Should I exchange like that? No. Let's hit in the center of the board. Or f5, even better. f5. Let's open up some files if he goes en passant. We have the f file and okay, b5. Let's see what does he play. Bishop e8. We want to play bishop g6. His queen is slightly okay. What is it to do? Correct. There's no threats. Why should I allow him that? Before. Okay. He still has no threats, nothing viable, nothing tangible yet. Meanwhile, I'll play a5, a4, and a3, and his king will become open. Doubling. Is that how you want to play? Doubling on the 5. e5, okay, king h8. Will there be any tactics? I don't think so. I should be safe. Rook g8, and his queen is smothered with its own pieces. Okay, h5. If he pushes h6, there might be some sex, but I think I'm fast enough. g6. e4, rook f8, and we'll just get out to the pin. Okay, he hadn't achieved much, if you ask me. I don't see. Okay, he opened a couple of files, but that's all. Nothing relevant on his side. f4, continue. f5. Let's see. He wants to take. But where did the queen go? Wait, his queen cannot stay on this diagonal. So we can play b3 and deflect the queen. Can we deflect the queen? Should be. Let us remove the queen. Defense. Okay. Now rook g8. a3. Okay, can we take? He has a check. Okay, I'll take with the check. With the check, not allowing him to deflect my piece. And now let me see what else can we play. Okay. Let us exchange some pieces. But he refuses, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Okay, queen e6. I insist on exchanging some pieces. Dear sir. Okay, and now what? You must defend this knight. g5. Let's see what else can we do. How to attack. Bishop f3. I'll go bishop f7 to keep this bishop close to my king, to keep it safe. This knight is pinned. and there's no good squares. Okay, let's introduce the rook into the game with the tempo, and let's see what else can we do. If I play g4, he can take with the rook. Bishop sack, what does it bring? Nothing yet. Actually, maybe can bring some benefit. This is checkmate if he goes there, and if he goes on e1, there's nowhere else to go. What do I have? What does he defend? He has king f2. That's double attack. It's double attack, but means nothing to the game. Okay, king e3, bishop e2. What is the threat? You can take with deflection. Life is too short to calculate. Let's go with the sack for the audience. And checkmate. Let me just see if he had. This was the correct sacrifice. I'm really interested to see if it works. C6 to c4. Yeah. Okay, I hesitated a little. You can take e5. Okay. c4. Wow. c4 a mistake. Not good. Okay, this was good. Bishop e7. Or bishop e6. Okay. But I didn't want to have my pawns doubled. Okay. g4. King d8. e5. 98. Double-edged f5. So he was better. Wow, almost winning. 6. b5. Knight g4 was better move. Okay. b5. Bishop e8. b4. g8. Okay, cb4. Computer moves. Take. f4. Bishop d7. Yeah, that was a good move. 5. Reflecting. 3. Bishop a4. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so blind. Bishop a4 collects the queen in the game. How could I just not see? Look. Yeah, the strongest is bishop d4. It does work. But I just wanted to see this was the only move. And aha, I rook b8. I missed that one. I wanted to play queen e3. Let me see. I still win. I still win. But yeah, the pawns are rolling. That was what I saw. But the stronger move will be this, and I reclaim the piece. The decisive attack. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to the games. Interesting game. Interesting game. Okay, knight f6. This could be. Should I play now? I don't like d5 because it leads to a Catalan, which I don't know. So let's try to change the pawn structure to e5. Okay, you're a tempo up, whatever. Okay, d6. And now he needs to play something. d3. Okay, castle. No, I won't allow it. a3. Okay, let's see what else we can play. Okay, let's prevent bishop g5. So his b4 doesn't have that much force. Okay. Now what? Where to go? Let's go with the knight. I take the pawn, simply move. Gladly. I gladly exchange. And now, let's see. I don't want to blunder. So I'll play c6. Okay. Bishop g4. He cannot play f3 because he is pinned. b5 is good. Okay, what else can you play? Queen, queen c7 or c6 hangs. Okay, files are getting opened. h3. Why don't you weaken those dark squares a little bit more? Okay, now we can play e3, bishop c5. Weakness on d3. He needs to play something. Probably bishop c3. I will gladly exchange that bishop. Let's go for the c5. He should play b6. Well done. My opponent plays well. Queen d7. I have a weakness, but okay. Does he have d4? Does he have d4? No, no. d4 is a serious threat. Let's go rook at d8. Queen f3. He does want take his pawn. What if I play for what happens then? Nothing. Okay. I'll defend with this rook. This one hangs. Attack. Still want that attack. And, so he does have d4, but I will play rook d3, most likely putting pressure. Interesting position my opponent plays well. We go into the endgame. I think I should be better. Let's go into the endgame. Because my king can protect the b7 pawn and I can double on the a file. So it's not so... Okay. What else do you offer? If I play e4, you will take on c5, take. So we need to take on the c5. And play now. Why would I want to exchange queens? I have open files now. Take on d4, rook d4, take. It's you who is collapsing, not me. It's not a decision to make. If I take, his bishop will be strong. He has no threats. e7, he might collect. Let us pass. He should play c5. He's better here. I think somehow he misplayed the position. But okay. Rook e1. Interesting. Hmm. Let's try and protect the native pawn. We take and we take now here. Rook e6. We should be fine. So now we go there. Take it. This is what we had in plan. And after c5, okay. Rook e8. Well, we're not gonna play that game the way you want. He needs to play c5, which is good move. Now if I play d5, he has c6, I take, he has b7. d5, okay. Now my bishop will be free to act. King d8, c6, takes, d7, bishop f1. Is a decisive advantage. Great. Well played, sir. Well played. Okay. Bishop g6. But then my king cannot approach, right? Then my king cannot approach. 6, d6, c7. Yeah, just takes. Okay, fine. I'm lost anyway. I have 27 seconds. He'll flag me if I don't play. Bishop g6. Okay. Let's see what you play now. 19 seconds to flag. Flag me. It's a shame. I think I can get back into this game and probably outplay him. Just need to brush up on my openings and I'll be fine. What did we try? Rook b7. Take with the king. d6. Take. And this pawn hangs. This is c. Bishop h6. King d8. We don't have much. Wow. Nice. Take and with c6. But you cannot move. Okay. And then how do you... I'll take. Oh my god, fly. Okay. Fly there. Okay. I got flag. Top of the list. Let me just finish this game and we'll get to your game immediately. No problem. I saw your message after I joined the game. Let me finish this game and we'll do it. Okay. So he wants. If I could play e4, it will blunt his bishop and I'll be fine. I'll stand better. So let's play knight d2, hoping to play e4. He should hop in with the knight. Okay, c5 is also good. I'll just play solidly. Okay, e4. This bishop is restricted, but still, king and the knight perform pressure on e4. So he's not that bad, and my d2 knight is badly placed. So I need to get squares for this knight, and c4 would be great. Hence the a4 move, hoping to play. Okay, he played b4. Now I just need to protect e4 pawn, and I'll be fine. In b3, I hope he will play a5, weakening this diagonal so I can reposition my bishop, because my bishop has no, he just does nothing at the moment. Let's see, what can I play? Is e5 a move? But I get nothing. Queen e3 also gets nothing. This knight looks pretty, but also does nothing. And I am behind in development. So what can I do? Bishop f1. Okay, we'll need to do something. Bishop. Okay, I'm not gonna exchange bishops. I will play this. He might go for d5, but that will open e5. At least I'll get something in return. What happens if I play e5? e5 now should be good for me. He needs to take with the pawn, because if he goes with the knight, okay, and we take with the pawn. He does have knight d5. It's okay. Knight d5 is completely fine. How do I capitalize on this? I don't. Bishop d2. He stands slightly better. I prefer his position over mine. But okay. Knight c5. Okay, this was strong. This was strong. No, my knight will be lost. Okay, queen d1. What else can I do? Aha, he's targeting this weakness. But, okay, if I play knight e3, where will this d5 knight go? But why should I strong? Knight e4, deflect. No. That is... Okay, knight d4. I think that this discovery will bring him nothing, although he does stand very, very strong now. All his pieces work, except maybe this bishop. But now I need to make some counterplay. I need something, and I want to play knight d5, knight d6, hoping to make some impact on the position and close off his pieces. Because right now he is maybe even has a decisive advantage. Maybe I'm not sure. But he's clearly better. Clearly better. Queen c7, knight b5. Okay, just what the doctor ordered. And which knight should we move? Okay, d5 knight or d6 knight. Okay, I'll go with the d6 knight. Knight d6. Okay, he needs to play something now. Where will the bishop go? He has bishop c6 or bishop a6. I just need to take care of my knight. And nope, I'm not gonna. Actually, what happens if I do exchange? No, I'm not gonna exchange. I'm gonna play bishop. Ah, that bishop was too strong. I'll give up the bishop for these knights. And now I'm slightly worse. His advantage is not that big, unless I have blundered something, but I think I haven't. Knight f7. Okay, so he doesn't want to. Uh, okay, knight c4. There is no point in weakening oneself with f4 if I will always be under attack. So you can simply defend it with the knight. Knight was also loose. So you want to attack. Okay, bishop d4. He cannot attack anymore the pawn. So the question is, can we somehow dislodge this knight? That would be awesome. But I don't think it will happen. What can I play now? Where do I play? Is much smarter question. Where do I play now? Knight d7, so you want to play here? King e2, or protecting. Okay, c3. c3, I'm weakening c3, but I need to maintain this knight. Let's see. What else does he play? Knight g6. This time I'm gonna go for the f4. I want to squelch all the counterplay on d4. If I pawn, okay. What do you have? Well, bishop b2. They're defending the rook. Knight f5. What happens if I take on a5? If I take, he has a check, and he collects the knight. Okay. What about this? Okay, queen f2. Let us prevent this queen a7. Now, knight a5, I think, is a real threat. Now it should be a real threat, and he should defend somehow. We also have g4, because we need some sort of counterplay. And I need to open up this bishop. So maybe g4, f5. It's risky. It's maybe even not the correct way to go. But okay, so he does defend. He might. If he sacks on c4, he sacks on c4. What can I do? Take. No, he won't sacrifice. e5 won't bring him anywhere. but fine. Let us try with f5. Not a good move. I have a bad feeling about it, but I need to play something. I need to make some sort of threat, some sort of action, and I had 96. Jesus, I wasn't looking. 96. It's a good move. I think 96 was a good move. Like, take. Now he has queen d7. Yeah. Now he has queen d7. And he found it. Okay, queen d7. What do we play now? e6 takes. No, rook f1. You just maintain the position of the rook. f6. Wait a second. Take. He can take with the knight. But I'm not gonna open the position because my king is naked. So e6 is now slightly problematic for him. His queen. Where do we go with the queen? c7. No, c7. If I exchange, does he have any trick? He shouldn't. Let's exchange queens. He doesn't want to. Okay. Very well. If you don't want to exchange, I don't want to exchange either. Queen h3. Who can play the game? Knight c3. What is the threat? Queen b6. I'll take it. I must. Rook c3. Knight d5. But now the game is played on the king side, and I'm not interested on the queen side for the queen side anymore. Knight f4. Okay, we might have a double attack here. Just need to calculate how much time we have. 2 minutes. Okay. Queen g4. We threaten the knight and mate on g7. He has nowhere to go. This should. Okay. Aha, he has g5. Well, that's a free knight, isn't it? Not that scary because I have queen f2 or rook f2. So it's not that scary. It's much scarier to sack on c4 and open up. Okay, now he's... What about e7? e7 rook. Why not? Let's push. Let's push. Okay, Okay, so if you take, will I have checkmate? No. Okay, I have an extra piece. Why should I? Yeah, let's just play safely. Aha, very nice. Very nice. But why should I be afraid? Okay, get out of the pin. He'll probably give a check. And king will go here on h3. Now it's safe. And knight d6 is a huge threat. Knight f5. What about knight d6? What about knight d6? d7. Knight f7. Check. Knight h6. Check. Okay, I'll take this one. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Okay, maybe he had a better move. Maybe not. There is not enough pieces on the board. Top of the list. It's your turn. Let's see the game. Let me see. Okay, we can do it like this. If you have something like this, some link, you can type in. Oh, we can. Oh, great, great. Then I can. Okay, just paste the link. Try to paste the link to the game or whatever you have in mind. We can even connect on chess.com so you can. Wow, great. Okay, that will work. Let me just. Okay, and there has to be a way to analyze here. Today, connect more master model resources. Learn analysis. Home. Where is it? Where is it? Learn. Screw it. We'll just Google it. .com position set. Let's see. Control. Now load fan. Why is it load fan? Load. What's it? Okay. Doesn't work. Okay, let's try it ourselves. Set up. Clear the board. Okay. We'll do it manually. Please be patient. Rook, knight, queen, king, bishop, knight. This is a starting position. Rook, knight, bishop, queen. Rook, knight, bishop, queen, king, king, bishop. Bishop, knight, rook. It seems like you. Yeah, just put the link. It's okay. Pawns everywhere. Because you have pasted fan and it seems that it is a starting position. I'm just 8, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pawn. I have disabled link. Can you, okay, can you do it like this? Instead of having a link like, I don't know, something.com, link is disabled. I can see it, I see 3 stars. Give me a second. Instead of doing it like this, try something like this without dots, and paste it like that. I have disabled link due to copyright issues. I don't know. I'm not very experienced with streaming, so I didn't want to take any risks. So you can, instead of pasting the link with, okay, now let's try. Chess.com. I think it's like this. chess.com/link. This should work. Okay, let's try. All right, the game is there. Is this your game? David Topless was white and black was RG. Great. Let's see the game. Let's okay. Scandinavian. Which one were you? Black or white? Okay, we'll analyze from both points of view. Black. You like Scandinavian just like me, but we are cursed to play a trash opening, according to Nakamura, and sadly he is right. E5. Okay, main line. Bishop c4. Okay, d4 is much stronger. And I was preparing to come back to professional chess a long time ago, couple of months, because I finally managed to stabilize my private life and I wanted to return to something I love. Scandinavian was my main choice for defense against e4. Sadly, white can get huge advantage by gaining space advantage with the d4, knight f3, knight e5 maneuver. Because this queen is way too exposed, I tried to improve the game for black to make it viable on a grandmaster level so I can play it comfortably, but computer simply demolishes it. And but he played bishop c4. I don't like this move because he doesn't take space, so this is good for us. Knight f6, good move. d3. Okay, this is not very dangerous for black, although Albin counter-gambit. Yeah, I have to take a look at Albin. I think Morozevich made it work. I need to take a look at the Albin counter-gambit. I think it's viable, even at the top level. Maybe. d3 is passive here. This approach is aimed against bishop f5, but you can play g6 and bishop g7. We don't have to deploy bishop f5 setup, but even bishop f5 setup is fine for us. It's not refuted. So I like the position for black. Knight c6. Whenever I see knight c6, there is a red flag for the queen being trapped. Yeah, computer gives 0.98 because the queen a5 and knight c6 scheme was refuted with bishop d2 move. It's just the move, the idea with knight d5, and we can see that your queen will be almost trapped. That's why you need pawn on d4. Let me do it like this. And can I copy fan? No, I cannot. I cannot copy fan. Are you kidding me? Dear God. Okay, give me a second. I'll simply replay the moves because okay, blah blah blah. Stop. Okay. Bishop c4 is something that you will play. Knight c6. Bishop d2. Okay. We can try to compare this position with this one. So the only difference here is the position of the d pawn. But you see that this pawn takes away the c5 square. This is important because now, if you play some stupid move, white plays knight d5, and this square is taken by the pawn, this one by the bishop as well, by the knight. Both knight and bishop control this square, and the queen has only this one. And I think the bishop b5 is the strongest. Let me see. Taking, 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 taking. Actually, he can take here. Okay, he can take here again. The pawn, the rook is lost, but you get the point. With knight f3, I can wait, and the idea would be to simply play knight d5, trapping the queen. And this setup with bishop d2 refuted the knight c6 line. So you may not play it anymore. Especially when white plays knight f3. It doesn't work. I tried to make it work. Sadly, it doesn't work anymore because of this discovered attack with the knight. You will lose the queen or suffer heavy material losses. So they have turned to c6 instead of knight c6. So instead of knight c6, c6 would be the best. But we don't have to play it like this. Okay, knight c6. Let's see what he played. Bishop d2, the strongest. Yeah, he is booked up. Okay, queen e5. Nice move to disrupt white pieces. I like it, and it's the strongest move. Well done. Queen e2. I would exchange queens here because white's only counterplay in this position is the harassment of the black queen. Even though you are slightly behind in development after that, because you have two pieces developed, you'll probably retake with the knight, so he will have 4 due to his lack of space. He played passive d3. You will play e6. You can play e6, or you can even play bishop f5. You have time because of his passive setup. E6 and will be solid. Will be rock solid. So let's see what you have played. Bishop f5. Okay, it's still a good move. Computer recommends the queen e2 as the best, and I have explained why. But he still has slight advantage. Nothing special. But okay, he should play knight f3 maybe. He took. Okay. Now this bishop is under attack. You gain tempo. You have active pieces. It still gives slight advantage to white, but I think we are already equal here. Knight d5. Okay, you take with the knight. Okay. Knight c7. What about knight c7? If you take on c7, take on d2, take on d2. What about e5? No, he wants, yeah, j6 and this. Okay, you'll get the knight. Okay. Well played. This is the game. Well played. I would be scared. I would have probably castled. Because I'm afraid it can. But you played much stronger move. I like this move much more because you break his pawn structure. To break his pawn structure, he gets overextended. Because he did play knight c7. Knight c4. He took, right? He took. Okay. So this is how the game continued. Right? Okay. e6 is the move you have played. Okay, so this is the game. Okay, bishop d6, well done. Okay, he played the strongest move. He got something for the lost knight. Okay. You're still good here. You're still good. You're even better according to the engine, and I like your position too. So when playing these positions with the mixed material, sadly, when you have two pieces for the rook, this is something that the Grandmaster told me once. So take this very good advice from this stream. You want to keep queens on the board. You want to keep queens on the board, and you want to exchange the remaining rooks and checkmate with the queen and the two minor pieces. You will use minor pieces to restrict the rook because you will attack with both of them. You technically have an extra piece, and you want to checkmate with the queen. Also, you would like to shift play on one wing only, so exchanging all the pawns on one side, the one where the king is not located, is beneficial to you. Here, he managed to reduce your advantage by exchanging queens. So he would love to exchange rooks and open some files and try to wreak havoc. And he does have something to latch onto via these weak pawns. So I would advise to keep this rook, refrain from exchanges, and keep this position the way it is. Fluid for your light pieces, but without open files for his rook. Let's see what you have played. Okay, knight g4. Okay. Okay. Nothing wrong with this. Okay, you drop back. Okay. He already has no plan because he needs to open up the files. He doesn't understand the position. You're way better here. But, okay, nice. No. Knight d5, nice. You just play. Great position for you. Now you preserve the bishop. Okay, nice. Intermediate move. I like it. He took on f5. Why? What have I missed? I'm sorry. Why not this? He can take with the knight. Okay. Okay. But he gets the open file. But you get the g2 pawn. Okay, you're better here. You're winning. Okay, clearly winning according to the engine, and now it is apparent to the human being as well. Great knight. You played this game really good. I like the way you played. A blunder, and now it's over. Okay. I would actually go for the rook e8 to exchange the rook, because if he refuses, I would simply go here, and his rook stands horrible. Just horrible move, and we would have bishop f4 next. On g3, f4, just horrible. He needs to make something out of it. If he passes, you just win. Just my 2 cents. Where the hell is it? Okay. Rook c5, good move. c4, okay. Okay. Technically one position. Let's see how you converted it. Well played. Well played. Really impressive. Really impressive. Okay. Yeah. Take. b6. Yeah, he cannot pass. Okay. Again, nice move. h5. Now you just roll the pawns. f6. Okay. You need to. Okay, he does get counter chances. I don't like that. But okay, you're still winning. c5 now it's really simple. Bishop c3, yeah. So what? Bishop a5, and you go here. Doesn't matter. You have enough to win. Yeah. Well played. Flawless game. Let's see one more time the whole game. Knight c6. Don't play this move. You will lose due to bishop d2. It really is annoying, and I can't make it work. Neither did Grandmaster. grandmasters that succeeded. This knight d5 discovery is just too strong, and here he has d3, and that's what he was hoping for you to go for this uh, classical setup, because now your knight and bishop g4 long castle ideas don't work because he refrained himself from playing d4. So when the opponent plays d3, don't go for this plan, the bishop g4 and the long castle. I tried it myself a couple of days ago. It just doesn't work. You can't make it work. Go for the Caro-Kann structure or g6, even better g6 structure. G6, bishop g7. These are much more better for this setup with d3. Okay. After this, just a flawless game. I mean, I'm impressed. I would have played a long castle there, but your move was much more active. Okay. Flawless. Flawless game. All the weaknesses. These are, I like this. All the small Karpovian moves where you make small weaknesses and I defy really this whole this. I mean, already here, yeah, you're clearly winning. It's obvious even to the human. Well played, man. Well played. Small weakenings like Karpovian or Capablanca style, very nice. And now after this, he could 95. He could have easily resigned. Maybe Rook G1. Maybe Rook G1 to protect the pawn, but if you have to play Rook G1 and you still win, Knight D4, again nice intermediate move. You blunder. But what? So what? What do you play? D4. My compute doesn't matter. Your advantage is static. Pawn push, but the lack of development is so rough with the pawn on c6. Yeah, let's actually analyze something else on the Scandinavian. This is what. Are you kidding? Okay, let me see if I can play leaderboard. I don't have analysis. Do I? Home. Where is the learning part? To learn. Here it is. Analysis. Okay. Before d5. This is the best I could have found. Yeah. I think I have added you as a friend. You see, should be in a sec. No, I think I have successfully added you as a friend. Okay, let's see. Knight f6. Okay, this is the strongest. And here, this one. So you have to play c6. And this line is something that I would play as white against the Scandinavian. This is the roughest. g4, bishop g6. And how do you play? Knight b7. Take, and h5. And I like castling because it kills two birds with one stone. Knight d5, cd5. And although every grandmaster will tell you that white stands immensely great here, actually there was a TCEC championship where both Lila and Stockfish played this game, and it turned out that black has enough counterplay to exposed king, because when he plays this, bishop d6, it turned out that white cannot make progress without giving black counterplay, because he needs to play c4. He needs to play c4 and that creates isolated weak pawn and opens up his king. And Stockfish managed to generate brilliant counterplay on the king, while Lilam played knight f6 and knight d4 with f5. Ugly looking, but it held the defense comfortably. So it does look ugly, it does look scary, but it's the only way for you to play. And if they play this move, I think that e6 is the strongest. This is the strongest move because on c6 there was bishop d2, e6, right? And there is like knight d5, I think it's played as well. And with this, I think you have to play gf. I tried to make this work, and it does. Engine might make this work, but it's really tough to play. GF is this is much safer, but I don't like this. So when I was preparing, I was preparing the other line. I was preparing e6 and on bishop d2, bishop d4. This is playable, and on a3, this is something that was covered in Bauer's book on Scandinavian and many others. White needs to make some use out of his advantage immediately. Otherwise, black plays c6 and consolidates. d5 takes, yeah, and now he takes to castle. No, you don't castle. Wait, I misplayed for white. I think is it this? No, okay. But I think it's this. Yeah, it's this move, and now he needs to castle. And this is the only thing that white has to show for his moves. This is what grandmasters recommend, this is what engine recommends, and this is what I would play because, okay, I have weak pawns, slightly exposed king, but I control important e4 square. I do have luft for my king. His back rank is sensitive. And after knight d7, this weak king does not play so much, does not have that much influence on the position. There are many other factors that allow us to fight for a win. Mainly, this queen side is weak. D-file and E-file are much more important than the weak king, and this is what I would suggest you to play, to try and play as black, because I wasn't able to make the Scandinavian work any other way. Maybe I'll make a stream about this so we can try together to improve it. I would really like to play Scandinavian, but look at this line and this, and even knight e5. It's so hard to play against. So hard. Maybe bishop e6. I don't know. I love Scandinavian, so I'll just play whatever, because if you can see, if it's for yourself, if white knows what he's doing, he'll simply get a huge advantage. So I guess we'll just play what we love, not what is best for us, and try to enjoy the game. Okay, thank you for sharing this game with us. It's actually educational. It's actually educational. It's good to analyze, to see how to fight against the rook with two minor pieces. And where was it? And very educational regarding the active play and intermediate moves. I would play long castle in order to try to play solidly and actually drop a pawn here, right? No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. But knight c4 is way stronger in my opinion. Well played. Again, also showing how to create weaknesses with the rook a8. Again, exemplary play. Very nice move. Very nice. Just probing all the weaknesses in white's position, exploiting bad positioning. Wonderful game. Thank you for sharing it with us. I hope I helped a little with the analysis. Feel free to join again. I'll stream tomorrow roughly in the same time. So I'm feeling a little bit tired. I would like to finish for today. That's it from me. Thank you everyone for joining. Top of the list again. Thank you very much for sharing the game. Catch you tomorrow. Bye.